español. A ver, Clarita Arturo, en español.
This is the other console, English. ¿Me oyes? Soy Rosy, English booth. It's the other English booth. I mean, the same English booth, the other person in the English booth. Aim 1 2 1 2.
Bueno.
Very good. A very good afternoon to you all. As we launch into our afternoon session, we have a quorum. I am well informed by the Secretariat. And with that, we can simply move to item 6. Actually, we've done that, so we can move to item 7, or it's 7 anyway at this rate. And we're talking here of a presentation from the delegation of Haiti the matter was requested by Haiti, and we will learn more about that in a minute. It has to do with sending a special mission of the OAS to Haiti. So without further ado, let me offer the floor to the Haitian delegation for the information we all await. Thank you very much, Chair. The delegation of Haiti, sir, is grateful to take the floor today for the simple reason that we wish to inform the Permanent Council of the OAS that the Republic of Haiti has, through formal correspondence with the Secretary General dated 11th of December of this year, asked that a special mission of the OAS be sent to Haiti. This request comes in the context of Resolution 39 of the that was adopted at the General Assembly in Antigua and Barbuda, also 2793 of the United Nations. A special mission of the OAS to Haiti would allow this organization to better support the efforts deployed by the Haitian authorities that are very much requesting priority assistance as Resolution 2039 sets forth, and as the roadmap set forth by Haiti also explains, as the necessary steps to be taken for stability in Haiti. The priorities for us are security, humanitarian assistance, political dialogue, the organization of elections, and the economic and social context. So, Chair, this is to ensure that the mission that we are asking the OAS to set forth, and to that end, we have sent that request to the Secretary General. The request is that that mission, that special mission of the OAS to Haiti, be organized and deployed as soon as possible and as effectively as possible, so that the coordination efforts might take place amongst the different regional and sub-regional organizations that may wish to add to the drawing up of a roadmap, which is what Haiti is asking for. So with close cooperation among us, I'm sure that we will be able to move forward within the context of international law. Thank you. Thank you very much, distinguished delegate of Haiti. I'm going to give the floor to the Secretary General at this point, simply so that we hear from him what the request is as he has understood it. We are understanding that the request, Haiti, goes to the Secretary General, right? That a special mission be sent. The request goes to the Secretary General. This is obviously not a request to the Permanent Council. If I understood you correctly, I would imagine so. You're nodding, and so I get it. So without further ado, let me give the floor to the Secretary General. You have the floor, sir, and following that, we'll hear others.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank also the representative of Haiti for presenting the request received from the Prime Minister of the Republic of Haiti. And I will indicate that for the General Secretariat, we certainly would honor that request as per our rules when a member state requests such a mission to be put in place, also in the context of the way Haiti has been part of our discussions over the past couple of months. So in that context, I'd like to provide you some more information so that member states know how we will operate from here on. First of all, I want to note the fact that Haiti has been adopted, or the support to be provided to Haiti has been adopted by all member states as a high political priority, as a priority for the organization, for the General Secretariat. It has been established in several resolutions which have been adopted, the last one in Antigua and Barbuda, where we spoke about the support to be provided more coherently and consistently to the Republic of Haiti. But since then, also the resolutions passed at the United Nations Security Council provide for that kind of collaboration with the OAS in terms of some of the elements of the roadmap. So that's point one. Point two is, as was mentioned by the representative of Haiti, we have developed a roadmap on the basis also of a request of member states in the resolution, which we have developed now into a third version, which includes the perspectives of the United Nations, the Organization of American States, CARICOM, and most importantly, the Republic of Haiti. So version 3, which you have received, is basically the marching orders on the basis of the latest insertions of the Republic of Haiti. During the budget discussions, we had also indicated that specific provisions would need to be made to accommodate the work with which the member states have agreed to in support of the Republic of Haiti. And in that context, positions were approved, which we still have to fill in. Now, since all this happened June 2025, July 2025, a couple of things have happened, and it's an evolving matter, which we stressed all the time. One is that the security environment in Haiti has deteriorated, and the gang situation remains of high concern. We have seen the transformation of the MSS forces into a GSF force, a gang suppressing force, to which all member states of the OAS have given their accordance. You recall our joint press conference presentation in September. The resolution in the United Nations Security Council to establish the transformation of the MSS into a GSF force has been completed and adopted, and based on that, on the 9th of December, the fourth generation activities took place, which resulted in commitments of 18 member states, 18 countries, some of the member states of the OAS, but worldwide. We have also seen an increased interest from different stakeholders, member states, global regional organizations, as well as permanent observers in the Group of Friends meeting, where we received the Prime Minister of Haiti, and at the last meeting, the President of Haiti, just to indicate that these activities take place. We paid a visit to Haiti recently, and based on that, we understood that this request would be forthcoming. We have created a coordination mechanism between the United Nations, the OAS, and CARICOM, and Haiti, and that is an ongoing process. What I'm indicating here, Mr. Chairman, distinguished permanent representatives, is that we have many initiatives, activities taking place. So the call for a special mission, which is more or less an institutional capacity, which we are going to establish now, will coordinate all these different activities which have been taking place over the past couple of months. It will be a much more coordinated approach in our institution, in the OAS, because at the moment we have different parts of the OAS contributing to this work, but it will be much more coherent if we have a special mission with a dedicated institutional capacity. And that will facilitate the high-level political commitment which we have committed to, institutional coordination, inter-American coordination. We have been able to mobilize the support from the Inter-American Development Bank and the Pan-American Health Organization and the ICA for all these efforts, and that's a coordination which is taking place on a regular basis. It will also facilitate such a special mission, a more targeted, goal-oriented approach. That means it will improve and it will facilitate effective implementation of the roadmap. It will facilitate, in a more feasible manner, resource mobilization and the engagement with parties outside the OAS, the permanent observers, private sector, and others. You may recall that the budget, the regular fund budget 2026 does not provide resource. So we'll have to find the resources elsewhere. And some indications for that have been made by some member states and permanent observers. The execution of the roadmap is a critical element of this in the 5 pillars which Haiti just mentioned. The follow-up on the GSF, because there are member states of this organization which are contributing meaningfully to that initiative. It will facilitate such a mission structured management, also of the OAS National Office in Haiti, where many of these projects take place. We will be able to structure consultations with the Haitian mission here to the OAS, but also with the government of Haiti and international organizations. I want to inform you, Mr. Chairman, that all of this will happen in the context of the manual which has been in place for the establishment of special missions. So there is a tool, there is a mechanism, there's a guidance how to do this, because we have mission in Belize, Guatemala, we have a special mission in Colombia. So we do have the experience to be able to manage this. My last point is, as I mentioned already, the issue about the financing, that the head of this mission, this special mission, which is again not only a one-off thing, but a structured institutional framework, will be headed by the special representative of the Secretary General to Haiti. And that is an approved position in the budget. So we are in that process of finding the right candidate with the right profile to be able to do that. So that is the context in which we certainly welcome the proposal from the Republic of Haiti, and which we certainly will execute. I thought it was important to share this information with the Permanent Council. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Muchas gracias, secretario.
Thank you very much, Secretary General, for that information. I offer the floor to any of you who wish to intervene. I recognize Argentina. Thank you. Let me begin by hailing your sense of democracy, because I can see that you're not hesitating cutting the Secretary General himself off if his time is up. So that makes me feel we're all on the same footing. So that's democracy for you. I say that, of course, as a joke, it being the first few minutes after lunch. But getting down to business, sir, the issue of Haiti has to be one of the prime objectives that the Secretary General has taken for himself, and indeed all of us have done the same since the last General Assembly. This is absolutely understood. We must and are absolutely committed to finding the way forward on the basis of the mandate that has been received. What the roadmap will be, which is now, if I understand it, is in its third version, but has not been imposed on anybody. It's something that has been developed little by little amongst the group of friends and others, putting our heads together so that we can jointly and severally come up with a way forward that will make sense. That is our hope. We're looking for a strategic way forward so that we can assist Haiti as best as possible. That's the name of the game. But clearly, it is the Haitian government itself that can and must establish the basis on which a mission could be stepped up that would make sense to Haiti. By that I mean to say, what are going to be the actions that are considered first and foremost the most important to take, so that for the organization as well as for Haiti itself, it goes without saying, whatever road we choose, it makes the most sense. Because any action that regards Haiti can only be taken if the people and the transitional government itself of Haiti agree. We're not imposing anything on anybody. So following what the delegation of Haiti itself has suggested, I think that we are then engaged, at least this is my perspective, we're headed in the right direction, at least until such time as once we have the budget in hand and we have a special representative for Haiti from within the General Secretariat, we have more of the nuts and bolts to deal with. But meanwhile, as I see it, what we need to do is to be sure that we shore up the work that we ourselves have committed to the General Secretariat. All of this to say, Chair, that we're all for it. Argentina wishes to be as supportive as possible and hopeful, of course, that we will, as soon as possible, come up with something more concrete. And certainly something that will be coherent with everything that we've been saying for some time now. Thank you very much, Ambassador. The delegation of Haiti is, Jamaica, I beg your pardon. Jamaica is recognized.
Jamaica supports the establishment of the special mission to Haiti. It appears to be a logical step, certainly consistent with the prioritization that has been given to the Haitian situation and was established at the last General Assembly. And it's also a necessary step for the practical realization of the roadmap on Haiti. We, of course, await some further details on the special mission and how it will intersect with the other components of the international support to Haiti, specifically the relationship with the OAS Haitian Country Office and also the special representative for the gang suppression force and that whole mechanism there. Also, we have the UN support operation in Haiti being stood up from the April the 1st, which is going through its steps now, and BINU. So all of those things, we'll have to see how all of those work together. And so we look forward to being a part of that and those discussions. But in saying this, you can be rest assured of Jamaica's continued interest and support to Haiti as we work together to assist Haiti to realize a better future for themselves. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, embajador. República Dominicana.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. The Dominican Republic is recognized. Good afternoon to all. The delegation of the Dominican Republic is very pleased to be able to offer its view with regard to this important issue on our agenda, with regard to the request of the Republic of Haiti so that a special mission from the OAS be organized to assist that country. We're grateful also for the acceptance of the request and the fact that the request was made by Haiti and the response of the Secretary General. We're talking about stabilization and a recovery of Haiti. This is very much understood in a spirit of clarity and of constructiveness. This is a regional organization, let us never forget. And so any organized effort to assist the people of Haiti, we think, has to be a good thing. That said, we think that the possible creation of a special mission of the OAS to Haiti must be tackled with great clarity. It's not enough to have goodwill. It's not enough to wish for the best. It's important to have a very clear idea of what the objectives are, for how much, and for how long. Because we know, not only by this organization's experience, but that of the Inter-American mechanisms in general, tells us that when there is a lack of objectivity and a lack of clear measures to be agreed, things get fuzzy and get lost in the shuffle. So we believe that this mission could be a very good thing, but let us also be sure we're not duplicating efforts with others who may be also undertaking such efforts for Haiti. It would then be, we believe, absolutely of the essence that the financing be very clear, crystal clear, I should say, totally transparent, something that does not generate onerous and perhaps impossibly onerous financial burdens for the organization. And that has to be clear from the get-go. Now, let me also mention a principle that is non-negotiable for the Dominican Republic. The solution to the very, very complex crisis in Haiti can and must be resolved by the Haitians themselves. We can help, but we cannot replace either the leadership or the national responsibility entailed in the same. Any mission set forth, therefore, in our view, must 100% respect Haitian sovereignty, take into account and fully respect the local views so that the political, social, and community authorities in Haiti may take hold of their own destiny and be very sure that they are masters of that ship. We have to learn from our own experience, our own history, not only in the past, but every day. Let us coordinate multilaterally, but let us ever be respectful of international law. And it is in that spirit, then, Chair, that we remain open to dialogue with regard to this very worthy proposal. We think that a well-thought-through mission to Haiti with objectives and goals that have been well thought forth and well supported can be a good thing. But this has to fit in a more broader view of Haiti's own sense of its future. Thank you very much. Canada has the floor. Thank you. We congratulate Haiti for its ongoing engagement and presence at the OAS, knowing the tremendous stake of their own challenges.
In Haiti requires urgent, coordinated, and pragmatic responses. We also recognize the importance of Haitian ownership and leadership in shaping any international engagement. In this regard, Canada is prepared to engage constructively with Haiti, the Secretary General, and Member States in considering the request for a special mission with a clear understanding of its scope, mandate, and added value. In Canada's view, any OAS engagement must be closely coordinated with the United Nations and other international partners, avoid duplication, and focus on areas where the OAS has a clear comparative advantage, particularly political facilitation, institutional strengthening, electoral support, and anti-corruption efforts. We also see value in ensuring coherence with the Secretary General's action plan for Haiti, as it is captured in the roadmap, and ongoing efforts in the security and governance domains. Canada looks forward to further clarifications from the Secretariat on possible modalities and safeguards, and we stand ready to continue discussions in a spirit of solidarity, responsibility, and urgency, guided by the shared objectives of supporting stability and democratic transition in Haiti. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Canadá.
Thank you very much, Canada. Colombia has the floor. Thank you very much, Chair. Colombia takes note of the formal request of Haiti to the Secretary General for the creation of a special OAS mission, as well as the request of the Secretary General to include this item on today's agenda. In recognizing the current reality of the Haitian people and our commitments, and we commend them on their desire to move forward in democratic governance and strengthening of institutions. The OAS has been playing a key role in supporting Haiti. We highlight the importance of the mandates contained in Resolution 30 and 39 and how they converge with 2733 of the UN. At the same time, we believe that it is essential that this request be examined according to inter-American standards, the breadth of the mission, and the development of a plan of action by the General Secretariat in consultations with Haiti, looking at the budgetary requirements, working with the UN and other partners, as well as the Permanent Council, the validation by the member states, as well as the agreement of the host country. Colombia is prepared to be a constructive partner in this with the objective that any OAS response be solid, coordinated, and adjusted enacted and consistent with its mandates, respecting Haiti, its sovereignty and its people, as well as international law and human rights. Thank you very much. Brazil is recognized. Thank you very much, Chair. The delegation of Brazil would like to thank Haiti for requesting the inclusion of this item on today's order of business. And we would like to thank Secretary General Ramdin for the up-to-date information regarding an approach to solving the crisis in Haiti. For several years now, we have been supporting the efforts of the people and institutions of Haiti to surmount these simultaneous challenges and to protect the people and their rights. And this is something that we discussed last Friday in the meeting of the Friends of Haiti group. I want to ask for the creation of a special OAS mission to Haiti with more relevant presence on the ground. We believe that this will center on a very clear mandate and supporting the strengthening of the national police, as well as free and fair elections at a national level, as established in the resolution on humanitarian assistance that is provided for the long-term recovery of Haiti, as well as in the OAS roadmap. This has to be coordinated with the UN and its Office of Humanitarian Assistance. And this is a way for the region to support the country, and Brazil will support training for Haitian police that took place in August. We trained a first group of national Haitian police. This was done in Brasilia. We support an increased number of police officers so that they are able to share their training with new cadets. I also wanted to note that in October, we turned over a training center in southern Haiti, and that will help to train thousands of Haitians regarding civilian life. This requires some specific approval. We do recognize that OAS and UN resolutions, especially in the mandate on structure and some of the specifics about the special mission, we will need to understand some of the logistics, budgets, how many people, what type of funding mechanisms, what type of coordination with the UN. So Brazil reiterates its firm support for the Haitian people and to work with all international partners to collectively lead to security. And thank you very much, Brazil, Guyana.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, distinguished colleagues, excellencies, Guyana stands before the Permanent Council today with a profound sense of solidarity and urgency regarding the situation in Haiti. We welcome the consideration before this Council of the creation of a special OAS mission to Haiti and the ongoing efforts to strengthen hemispheric cooperation to address the grave multidimensional crisis confronting our sister republic. Guyana applauds the vision embedded in the roadmap, now in version 3, one that prioritizes Haitian leadership and ownership, recognizes that security is the indispensable foundation for humanitarian access, democratic governance, and development, and seeks to harmonize initiatives across hemispheric institutions and partners, including the United Nations and CARICOM. In September, member states of this organization issued a joint hemispheric declaration calling for coordinated action by the UN in support of the OAS roadmap. This collective declaration was signed by a broad spectrum of OAS members, including Guyana, and reflects our shared commitment to a unified and coherent approach. The establishment of a special OAS mission to Haiti is not only timely but essential. Such a mission will enhance our ability to coordinate meaningful action, deepen engagement with Haitian authorities, and facilitate the alignment of resources and efforts across partners. Guyana reaffirms its support for strong regional involvement, particularly through CARICOM, whose sustained advocacy and collaboration have been central to advancing practical measures for peace, security, and development in Haiti. We also stress that action must be coordinated, legitimate, and effective. It must respect Haiti's sovereignty and be anchored in a genuine partnership with Haitian institutions and civil society, ensuring that responses are not only responsive to immediate needs, but also conducive to building long-term resilience and democratic capacity and institutionalization. We welcome the announcement of Haiti's electoral calendar and emphasize the need to ensure the conditions that would allow for the implementation of the calendar and the existence of franchise by the Haitian people. The challenges facing Haiti affect the entire hemisphere. Insecurity, institutional breakdown, and humanitarian distress undermine the state, regional stability, and impede the realization of our shared objectives for peace, prosperity, and democratic governance. Guyana stands ready to support this Council's efforts through principled engagement, constructive diplomacy, and collaborative action with all partners. I thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Guyana. Costa Rica. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Costa Rica would first like to take note of the communication issued by His Excellency the Prime Minister of Haiti, as well as the request made by the permanent mission for a special OAS mission to the country. Costa Rica, I think it's timely to share some preliminary observations. These are technical in nature. And they compared experience in the deployment of international missions and its specific technical requirements to make sure that they are sustainable and effective as mechanisms. In this regard, it is essential that before any decision is made, there has to be a clear and specific mandate that is achievable, that expresses the objectives that are verifiable, as well as timelines and a coherent conceptual framework. It's important to look at the multidimensional nature of such a mission, including all of its components. For example, governance, justice, human rights, and logistics. Likewise, we must examine this in terms of the rules of operation to guarantee the safety of personnel and the teams without any political interference in the discharge of the mandate. And operationally, we should learn from previous experiences in multilateral contexts. And lastly, we reiterate our willingness to be a constructive partner with the firm purpose of being realistic and sustainable that are focused on the Haitian people. Thank you, Costa Rica. Mexico. Thank you very much, Chair. The delegation of Mexico takes note of the request about the possible creation of a special OAS mission to Haiti. And we reiterate our recognition for the efforts of the organization to pay ongoing attention to the grave situation in that country. Mexico shares the concerns regarding the deterioration in institutional and humanitarian and security conditions, and also believes that the response by the international community must be consistent, coherent, and respect the desires of the Haitian people. Mexico believes that any special mission to Haiti should first be carefully examined and studied by the member states to evaluate the political, legal, operational, and budgetary implications. This is an institutional decision that requires clarity on the specific value added that the OAS can bring to bear, as well as how consistent that mission would be with the principal pillars of the organization. The idea to support Haitian groups like in multidimensional security and support for the Haitian police, humanitarian assistance and the protection of vulnerable groups, political dialogue, and the strengthening of institutions, preparation support for just and free elections, and coordinating donors are already taken into account in the mandate of the UN's Office on Haiti. For that reason, we insist that it is very important that there be ongoing coordination between the OAS and the Integrated Office of the UN in Haiti, as well as with the U.S. Office to support Haiti. The idea is to not duplicate efforts and ensure that each body operates within its clearly established purview. So that for this mission to be created, Mexico believes it is essential that there be a specific mandate, permanent council mandate, done hand in hand with the permanent mission of Haiti and the Secretary General that spells out the objectives, budget, coordination mechanisms, among other components. This would allow us to avoid ambiguity in terms of the role of the institution and prevent a scenario wherein a special mission could be considered to be associated with any functions that would exceed the mandate of the OAS and could damage the organization politically and legally. As part of the meeting of the Friends of Haiti last Friday, Mexico expressed its willingness to continue to move forward responsibly, always respecting its constitution and objectives that work towards stability, peace, and the well-being of the Haitian people, always respecting Haiti's sovereignty and the principles and purposes of this organization. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Uruguay is recognized. Thank you very much, Chair. I would like to thank the delegation of Haiti for having included this item on the order of business and Secretary General Ramdin for his report. Uruguay continues to be concerned about the human rights situation in Haiti, and because of the disproportionate impact that this violence has on women and children and adolescents who are the victims and targets of forced recruitment, as well as sexual violence committed by criminal groups. In Uruguay, we are analyzing options for providing assistance and cooperation to Haiti in order to reestablish security and that are in line with the priorities that Haiti has laid out. For example, food security as well as other economic issues. In this regard, we believe that the work underway by the UN, as well as in the context of the OAS, that the deployment of gang suppression groups are key given the current situation. As a number of delegations have stated, as has the Secretary General, the coordination and avoiding duplicated efforts with other organizations is key. And we would like to reiterate our thanks and ask for further details, for example, what the functions of the mission would be, the source of funding for it, the work with the UN, as well as details about the security forces. We would like to consider the possibility of creating this mission through a specific resolution of the PC that will define the mandate, its jurisdiction, as long as they are consistent with the OAS Charter, as well as supplementary to all current projects underway. We continue to express our solidarity with Haiti and solidarity in the framework of this organization to support Haiti as it seeks to restore democracy and improve security and the humanitarian situation. Thank you. The United States has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The United States takes note of Haiti's request for the Secretary General to establish a special mission and recognizes the extraordinary challenges Haiti continues to face. We appreciate the Secretary General's readiness to respond. As this effort moves forward, it will be important for member states to have a clear understanding of the scope, objectives, duration, and added value of any special mission. In that regard, we would welcome clarification on how such a mission would differ from or complement the longstanding work of the OAS Haiti Country Office, which has for many years carried out functions akin to a special mission. Finally, we underscore the paramount importance of financial transparency and accountability, including clear information on funding sources, budgetary arrangements, and oversight mechanisms. We look forward to continued engagement with the Secretariat in Haiti as additional details are developed. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, United States. Guatemala has the floor. Thank you very much, Chair. The delegation of Guatemala would like to express its gratitude for the presentation as well as the request made by the Prime Minister of Haiti, Alex Dieter, through which he requested the creation of a special OAS mission aimed at supporting the Haitian authorities in terms of security, democratic institutions, and governance. Mr. Chairman, the request presented comes at a time in which the international community has reiterated its determination to strengthen and support the people of Haiti. Changes recently especially the discussions in the meeting of Friends of Haiti last Friday, as well as some of the comments made by the Secretary General and other international institutions show a shared concern for Haiti and support for the process. We believe that whatever mechanism that might come out of this request must be framed within what the member states have continuously reiterated: international leadership, emphasizing the fact that the Haitian authorities should be the ones to spearhead the actions. And the design and implementation should be aligned with resolutions adopted by the member states as a part of the roadmap that guides the organization's work as part of its own purview and competencies. And the OAS will continue to play an active role as a bridge for dialogue between the Haitian authorities and different national actors as well as international partners. This role as a facilitator is key to avoid duplication of efforts and to ensure that existing initiatives, particularly those of the UN, CARICOM, and other key partners, are complementary and coordinated. We reaffirm our commitment to the government and people of Haiti. We continue to want to build peace and institutions. We believe we should take advantage of mechanisms aimed at institutional recovery and a return to democratic normalcy in Haiti, consistent with current mandates. Thank you very much, Guatemala. I will first give the floor to the member state and thereafter to the observer state. So, Bahamas, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, all. Chair, first we request a clarification, and it may be a translation issue. The delegation of Haiti's intervention seemingly requested a visit by a special mission. Notwithstanding the written request and the SG's remarks attest to a creation of a special mission. This may be splitting hairs nonetheless, but to be clear, the Bahamas has absolutely no objections to the establishment of a special mission. The permanent mission of the Bahamas registered its concern regarding the profound and ongoing crisis in Haiti and recognizes the importance of a coordinated, credible, and effective response by this organization. That said, Chair, the Bahamas must convey its dismay that a request of such institutional gravity and consequence has been brought before the Permanent Council without the minimum procedural and substantive documentation that ordinarily governs the establishment of an OAS special mission. At present, the only information presented before this Council is a 2-paragraph request for placement on the agenda. This agenda request is unaccompanied by any indication of mandate, process, or supporting documentation. While some may be of the view that the request is self-evident, the Bahamas respectfully submits that the Council's role cannot be reduced to perfunctory endorsement. Even at a preliminary stage, the Member States are entitled to a good faith effort to provide relevant details and outline the applicable process consistent with the organization's established legal and institutional framework and its connectivity and coordination with other international efforts. As Member States are aware, the creation of a special mission is not a notional act. It carries legal, political, operational, and financial implications for the organization and is therefore customarily preceded by an explanatory concept note or equivalent instrument, draft terms of reference, clarity regarding leadership, the legal basis and approval pathway, and an indication of financing and reporting arrangements. Chair, this is certainly not the first occasion on which a request for an OAS special mission has been advanced. Accordingly, there exists a manual, institutional knowledge, and precedent regarding the process and procedures which are customarily followed in such circumstances. The absence of accompanying detail in this instance cannot therefore be attributed to novelty or uncertainty as to the process. While the Bahamas does not seek to impede the consideration of this matter, we are firmly of the view that expediency must not be permitted to override good legal and administrative order. The legitimacy, coherence, and effectiveness of any future mission depends upon adherence to established procedure at the outset, rather than efforts to regularize the deficiencies after the fact. In this same context, Chair, we underscore the importance of clarity regarding mission leadership. Given the complexity of the Haitian context, the process for identifying leadership must be transparent and procedurally sound, with due regard to the requisite technical skills and expertise, and political credibility necessary to engage effectively with national and international stakeholders. Accordingly, the Bahamas expects that prior to the establishment and implementation of any special mission, Member States through this Council shall be furnished with the requisite procedural instruments, including a defined mandate, a leadership selection and structure, financial parameters, and clear reporting arrangements. We consider this essential to preserving institutional integrity and ensuring that any OAS engagement in Haiti is credible, sustainable, and fully accountable to the requisite political organs of the Organization of American States. Chair, I thank you and the Council for its kind attention.
Thank you very much, Bahamas. And lastly, Spain has the floor. Thank you very much, Chair. I wanted to express our thanks to the OAS and Secretary General Ramdin for prioritizing Haiti. We recognize that the roadmap to Haiti, as well as the work being done in the context of the OAS, we are open to the possible creation of a special OAS mission to Haiti. We agree with the general comments in terms of the reestablishment of security is the first step towards stabilizing the country. It is necessary to increase our commitment, and especially against the trafficking of weapons in the hands of gangs, because this could destabilize the whole region, including its neighbor, the Dominican Republic, which is a solid democracy in the region. In terms of achieving security, Spain has sent experts from our law enforcement to be part of multinational missions to support security based in Washington, D.C., and is contributing to the funding of the multinational support mission. We've given 3 million euros and have also contributed through the European Union. But Spain has a firm commitment to Haiti in terms of cooperation for development and humanitarian aid. And the Spanish Development Agency has been present in the country since the 1990s. Some of the work done in Haiti is valued at more than 24 million euros. Haiti is a priority for humanitarian actions from the Spanish Development Agency. We have devoted 5 million euros. However, we have been open to continued support even in the most critical moments. Now, what we're seeing in the OAS, as I reported in the most recent meeting of the Friends of Haiti, I wanted to state that Spain has provided the General Secretariat 100,000 euros to start a pilot for the roadmap toward governance for Haiti. Our intent is to continue to support Haiti in the framework of the OAS and other multilateral fora to achieve stabilization, the holding of democratic elections, and a future that sees equality and equity between men and women and economic stability. Thank you very much to the observer mission of Spain. It appears that all states that so wanted to have intervened. We've heard a discussion of how it's important to have clarity about the mandate, the budget, the funding, etc. That could be part of a permanent council resolution. And the Bahamas also stated that a series of elements need to be taken into account before any decision can be made. I'm just trying to, in a nutshell, capture what was said so that the Secretary General can respond. A mission of this type in the framework of the mandates has certain requirements. So maybe, Mr. Secretary General, you can talk about some of the legal sides, or is this something that we should consider? We could update the work of the special commission to lay this all out. So now, today, we're not putting to the consideration of the permanent council a mission. So that's why I asked Haiti at the beginning to make sure that we knew what we were talking about. This is simply a request being made directly to the Secretary General, not to PC. Would if the Secretary General like to do this, to discuss it with the legal experts so that we can consider how to move forward with regard to this request from Haiti? Or if you offer a decision to the Permanent Council.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I may not have been clear enough, so I'm happy to repeat. Let me begin by saying that a request from a member state to the Secretary General is considered, of course, on its merits, and the merits here are determined by decisions taken before. The merits is we gave high political priority to supporting Haiti, and that is a decision which was taken unanimously at the General Assembly in Antigua and Barbuda. The resolution speaks to that, and it also says under Article 8 very clearly that the mandate includes doing everything necessarily to support the strengthening of the state, the rights, the governance, the integrity of the borders, the police, especially the public safety issues, and the organization of elections and the promotion of judicial reform. The mandate has already been given by a higher authority to support. The only thing we are doing now is facilitate an institutional framework to provide this support, which you have agreed. And as far as I know, the General Assembly mandates supersede permanent council mandates. So this is already there. You're asking me to do the same, but that's not, I believe, what can be done. Now, I also referred to the manual. The manual which speaks to the way a special mission is established. Let me also say, I think I was clear on the mandate, the scope of work that needs to be carried out. I can repeat it. The scope of work has to do with everything what has been agreed in the resolution, the roadmap, I have often spoken already about the coordination. We are in close coordination with the United Nations. We are part of the discussions with the United States in terms of their efforts in Haiti. We are part of discussions with the international community in Haiti. We are part, and we are bringing all these tools together, all these institutions together. The UN, the Organization of American States, CARICOM, and Haiti. And we are meeting on a regular basis. The only thing we're going to do around that now, and I must say in that process of meeting, the OAS has a lead role. We are convening the meetings. It's not the first time. It's already 3 times that we have met on security issues, on the political dialogue, on the issues with regard to elections, and all of that. We have close conversations and coordination with the Haitian leadership, the president and the prime minister. I mean, I have been reporting on these issues on a regular basis at the Permanent Council and the group of friends. That the president and the prime minister, the highest authorities in Haiti, came to those meetings to report personally must give you an impression of the commitment and the strength of the collaboration which is out there between the OAS and Haiti. We have included in the version 3 of the roadmap, which is going to be a central element in the execution through the special mission. The roadmap is there. And I apologize if some member states did not receive revision 3, which includes the Haitian priorities. After 2 days of meetings with the Haitian authorities here in Washington, D.C. The issue about human rights. Yesterday I received the United Nations Special Representative, or the representative envoy, on human rights in Haiti. So we keep that in touch. A special program is being developed by the Inter-American Human Rights Commission with regard to human rights needs, to be included in the next revision of the roadmap. I said something before, and I'd like to reiterate here. This is an evolving process. There is no final, absolute document that can be said, this is what we're going to do. It's an evolving document because the developments in Haiti evolve, and in the international community. Now, there are 2 things which, Mr. Chairman, I like to indicate. For the manual, which sets out clearly the steps that need to be undertaken. There must be a scope, there must be a mandate, there must be a structure. We possibly will need to sign agreements with the government of Haiti to facilitate this process. The appointment of special mission members, so the structure of the unit. The budget issues. Now, I must say that I regret that there is an inconsistency in the thinking that, and I mentioned this during the discussions, that we can make a certain topic a priority in the organization, like the support to Haiti, which has been expressed around the table here consistently by all member states, but we have not been able to allocate resources at all. That is an inconsistency. So I have nothing left over than to request funds outside the regular fund. 2 positions were approved. One for the special representative and a policy person in the department which is dealing with special missions. So the question, how this will be funded, is a question which has been answered already by the decision taken during the budget discussions, that no resources were allocated to Haiti. I can repeat it, but in writing, but I don't think that's the intent. We will need to find resources outside. I want to thank Spain for the fact that Spain has already granted some funds for that effort that will be spent on the dashboard, one of the pillar activities. So we will need to source funding elsewhere. In the private sector, the Haitian authorities, we spoke about that with them as well to help us a little bit. The last point I'd like to make is, of course, there will be a plan in writing. And we are very pleased to submit that to you. The legal basis is there. The funding issues, I explained. The scope is there. It's now about the staffing of this team. The staffing will most likely come for a large part from existing resources within the General Secretariat, which are already working. More than 25 people are working on the file, but they are dispersed all over the place. Finance, democracy, security, development, human rights. Now we're going to coordinate them together. That's why I said it's an institutional arrangement. The national office in Haiti will be subsumed within this process because it's a working arm for the OAS. It's not a standalone. But that is the reform which is going to take place. So I hope that I'm clear this time, but there will be a plan, there will be a proposal in writing. I must say that the situation in Haiti is grave enough for me not to delay any effort with regard to support to Haiti. Because if we continue debating and waiting on approval, that may take a couple of months. And everybody who knows the situation in Haiti understands that that time is not there. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, secretario.
Thank you, Secretary General. What I suggest to the membership, given what the Secretary General has just told us, is the following. Take note of the information you have just received regarding the request as to Haiti. First of all, what the Secretary General has requested, plus what the member states have said regarding the fact that in future, this Permanent Council may stay very much in tune with what the Secretary General on the one hand and the delegation of Haiti is doing on the other, on the basis of the plan that is being put together for the mission. If that sounds good to you, I can only offer this as a summary of the exchanges we've heard this afternoon. Is that agreeable? Apparently so. Thank you very much, Secretary General. We're moving on to item 8. I was about to say, I'm sorry I had missed giving the floor back to you, Bahamas. I'm terribly grateful. I presume you're speaking to the former point. Ambassador, go ahead, and with my apologies. The Bahamas.
My apologies. I just wanted to, I think I'd ask for a clarification, and it may be from the through you to the delegation of Haiti. It may be a translation issue. He had asked for a visit, and the note asked for a mission. My delegation would support a mission, but I just wanted to, for the record, to clarify that it's not a visit, just to make sure that we know that. In addition to that, we also want to encourage that the matter be brought to the back to the Permanent Council as soon as possible, so that the Secretary General can be enabled to undertake or implement a mission as soon as possible. Thank you.
Perfecto, sí.
Very good. It is so agreed, so there is no doubt whatever on the subject. Secretary General.
We both are right. SMB diplomacy is always the case. As part of the special mission, there will be a special mission going to Haiti on a regular basis. It's part of the job. Thank you.
I hope everything is clear. And if we can, let us move right along then with the items that are left on our schedule for today. Thank you very much to Haiti. Thank you very much, Secretary General, for your input and the explanations you have given us, which have been most edifying. Item 8, the chairmanship of CAP for 26. Let us now move to elect the presidents of the CAP, the chairmanship of the CAP for the 2026 period that, given the rules and regulations of the Permanent Council, will be done in conformity with Articles 28, 29, and paragraph A. The president of the CAP has received candidacy of Ambassador Benoni Belli, representative of Brazil, backed by the delegations of Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico, Paraguay, Peru, and Uruguay, and backed by the delegations of Antigua and Barbuda. And you see this in document CP INF 10775/25 and the addendum. Ecuador. On behalf of the group of 10, we're very pleased to put forward Ms. Belli to head up the CAP. CAP, as we know, plays a pivotal role in the functioning of this organization. It offers, based on efficiency and attachment to the rules and procedures of this OAS, the way by means we can get that job done. But we need someone with experience and a full understanding of the organization, and Ambassador Belli is just that person. Throughout the presence of Ambassador Belli in this organization, as in other agencies of the UN, he has shown a deftness with which to deal with complex issues. His leadership, particularly leading the Permanent Council, has led to processes that have been most positive in the making and in the application. The measures have been open and inclusive, as he is himself, and these are attributes for anybody wishing to lead the CAP that would be greatly valued. For those of us who know what the CAP entails, we can only say that such vision focused on credibility and the efficiency and efficacy of this organization will always be attributes that would be encouraging. And that is why we, speaking as Ecuador for the group of 10, can only applaud that election and hope that his participation will strengthen the function of the OAS itself. And we thank you, Chair, for including this on our agenda today and ask the delegations to be kind enough to consider this suggestion. Thank you. Thank you. Canada is recognized.
Canada is honored to second the proposal by the delegation of Ecuador. Ambassador Belli brings to this candidacy a distinguished record of diplomatic service and deep understanding of the multilateral system. Canada is confident that Ambassador Belli will exercise the responsibilities of chair with a spirit of consensus in keeping with the traditions of this organization and his unbeatable humor. We therefore commend his candidacy to the Council and request that we all support his election by acclamation. Thank you, Chair.
Muchas gracias, Canadá.
Thank you, Canada. The Bahamas is recognized.
Thank you very much, Chair. And I saw the look on your face. I know you consider the Bahamas the contrarian. But in this instance, the Permanent Mission of the Bahamas wishes to express its full endorsement for the nomination of Ambassador Benoni Belli of Brazil as the chair of the Committee on Administrative and Budgetary Affairs for the period 2026. We are confident that Ambassador Belli brings the leadership experience and commitment necessary to strengthen the committee's work and bring structure and discipline. I think Canada mentioned humor, so we will wait to the budgetary formulation and implementation processes. We also respectfully request that the Permanent Mission of Bahamas be listed as a supporter of Ambassador Belli's candidacy. Thank you kindly, Chair.
Thank you, Bahamas. Antigua and Barbuda is recognized.
Thank you, Chair. Sir, Antigua and Barbuda congratulates Ambassador Belli on his election as chair of the CAP. We consider this a well-deserved recognition of his leadership, professionalism, and long-standing commitment to the effective functioning of the OAS. Brazil's full engagement with the inter-American system and Ambassador Belli's consensus-driven diplomacy gives us confidence that as he undertakes this important work. Antigua and Barbuda recognizes the complications before us. ensuring transparency, sustainable uses of our resources, persistent budgetary shortfalls, competing national objectives, ideological diversity. These challenges require the steady, inclusive leadership Ambassador Belly brings to this role. Ambassador, my delegation looks forward to working with you and again conveys our best wishes for a successful chairmanship. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Costa Rica.
Thank you very much. Costa Rica is recognized. Good afternoon, Chair. It is an honor for Costa Rica to fully back and hopefully an acclamation of Ambassador Benoni for his chairmanship of the Budgetary Affairs. I would like also to share with you what Ambassador Alejandra Solana has asked that be read here. She very much regretted not being able to be present for reasons that many of you know. And I take her statement. We're deeply grateful to the Secretary General and the entire Secretariat for the very constructive spirit on behalf of Costa Rica. We know that the ambassador dealt with this work over a great period during which CAP fulfilled its principles of efficiency, budgetary effectiveness, and other goals. Among the various steps forward that might be mentioned with regard to the budget 2026 was that the process was transparent, the dialogue was technical, but most illuminating, and struck the right balance, we believe, between available resources on the one hand and the mandates that were hoped for by the states on the other. The idea is that the structure be ever more transparent and aligned with the objectives of the organization, that there be a better assignation of responsibilities and a clear use of available resources in the context that our budget times make inevitable. The Capital Fund asks that we be more effective in the use of our assets and that in planning our investments and ensuring long-term sustainable management of the same. Bearing in mind the structure and need to maintain the structure of the OAS, also with regard to human resources and the effective ability of the Secretariat to balance all of these tasks as effectively as possible. On behalf of the head of the Technical Secretary, Liliana Rana, and CAP Brazil and Argentina, and the availability and willingness to dialogue by all who participated in this very productive debate by the Commission, I'm happy to say that we believe that the role of the CAP remains solid and we are respecting its political and effective impact. Thank you. Jamaica.
On behalf of Ambassador Anderson and the Jamaican delegation, we are pleased to express our support for Ambassador Bellis as chair of the Budgetary Affairs Committee. We can all agree that this is one of the most crucial committees, and given the current financial situation, my delegation is convinced that Ambassador Bellis' competence and personal attributes will positively enhance objectives and the mandates of the committee. The delegation of Jamaica therefore looks forward to working with Ambassador Belli and other member states to enhance the efforts to ensure the financial health of the organization. We congratulate Ambassador Belli and look forward to working with you in the coming months. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamaica. Brazil is recognized. I think it was St. Kitts and Nevis, Chair, but am I wrong? Well, let's go with St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chair. My delegation would just like to join the others in congratulating Ambassador Belli on his election by acclamation to chair the CAP. We do understand the intricacies of this, We do understand the tight rope that needs to be walked in this respect, and we are here to support Ambassador Belly in every way possible in the interest of achieving the objectives of the Organization of American States. Thank you, Chair.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Ambassador Belli, Brazil, you have the floor. Thank you, Chair. Let me begin by thanking every delegation that has been kind enough to support my candidacy, particularly the group of 10 that put the candidacy forward, Antigua and Bermuda, Bahamas, and others who have been kind enough to take the floor to support that role. I look to work as head of the CAP in a collegial manner, with a very close contact with the chair of the Permanent Council and the Secretary General and the entire teams that need to be brought in through dialogue that will be transparent and inclusive, I hope, and very much with an eye to the sub-regional groups. We hope to build bridges that will be pragmatic and very mindful of everyone's objectives in the most modern and effective and financially sustainable manner possible. When I was walking into the building this afternoon, I met up with two friends who were wishing me the best for this election, and I said to them, well, don't hold your breath. You know, there may be some other fabulous candidate that comes up, so let's not decide things. And if that happens, well, that would be, for me, yes, perhaps a defeat, but maybe also the relief of being left off the hook. But it didn't happen as that way, and I am honored by the confidence that has been placed in me and the opportunity to serve as a bridge and as a way forward to assist in making CAP everything that we all wish it to be. That is, a means by which the decisions taken by the Permanent Council can be translated from a budgetary standpoint, so that when the decisions are being made ready for discussion by the Permanent Council, to make sure that the elements are all there. And also, as and when necessary, to serve as a prepcom for the coming General Assembly in preparing the omnibus statements on democracy, international affairs, and the CAP, as you know, which are the standard means by which and subjects in which all of these subjects are dealt with and have been over years. So please know you can count on me. I look forward to working with you all. Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Belli. Let me take the opportunity to applaud your appointment at this time as chair of CAP for the fiscal year 2026. We are quite sure that your very broad experience and very respected experience, which all of the delegations that have taken the floor have signaled, will be of great avail to us all. So bravo. And bravo also to the work by Ambassador Solano, representing Costa Rica, for her stellar role in the work of CAP over this last period. Couldn't have done it without you. So with this, you are now elected by acclamation. It is so approved. The next item on our agenda, and requested by Mexico, we have the date of the next meeting on the issues covered by SIFTA. The document is CP Doc 6166/25. Let me give the floor to the delegation of Mexico to present that subject. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chair, for including this item on our agenda today. Mexico, as the pro tem secretary for the consultative Secretariat on SIFTA, and given the mandate that is enshrined in the resolution on hemispheric AG Res 331, is very honored to put before you and to the members party to that convention, document CP diagonal 6066/25, to bid you your participation at the 25th meeting of the Consultative Committee that should be held on April 7th of 2026 in a hybrid manner in this very city. Let me take the opportunity to let you know that as part of the run-up to that meeting and the preparatory work necessary thereto, we, over the course of October, with members involved in SIFTA and the Technical Secretariat of the OAS on Public Safety, have been working on the questionnaire that covers the question of the effectiveness of SIFTA as a result of the hemispheric traffic in weapons and other means of destruction. This has been organized by Mexico. So there are now focal points that have been set up to work on parts of the questionnaire to improve it. And so please, I reach out to all of you who have not yet done so and wish to do so. Come and help us be a part of this collective effort, which we hope will be to everyone's benefit and certainly to the benefit of SIFTA. So let me present this draft resolution to you, sir, and I hope it might be approved by consensus. Thank you, Chair.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Delegation of Mexico, for that statement. Let me turn to the Permanent Council and ask, is this acceptable to you? Can we deem this draft resolution approved by consensus? Very good. It is so decided. Brings us to the 10th item on our order of business. This has to do with the consideration of the following matters referred by the Commission on Administrative and Budgetary Affairs. So here we go. Are you able to adopt the draft resolution entitled, and I open quotes, Amendment to Article 50 of the General Standards to govern the operations of the General Secretary of the Organization of American States? Refer to CP/CAP 4173/25 Rev 2. Is that a yes? Apparently there is no opposition to that. It is so decided. Next, I'd like to ask you to consider the proposal for the development of the new OAS website on the Drupal content management system and the terms of reference for the development of the registration systems for civil society organizations, political bodies, and external communications. The reference is CP/CAP 4169/25 Rev 1. Is that a yes? Very good. Moving right along. Consideration of the recommendation to grant extensions for the General Secretariat to comply with General Assembly mandates as follows. First of all, there's the extension to submit the terms of reference of the Integral Oversight and Implementation Committees until February 28, 2026. Secondly, an extension to submit the Comprehensive Strategic Plan of the Organization of American States for 2026-2030 until March 31st, 2026. Next, an extension to present the new events policy until February 15, 2026. And finally, extension to present the revised Code of Ethics until March 31st, 2026. If there is no objection to any of that, it is deemed approved.
Vamos al punto 11.
We will now move on to item 11. In the minutes, and the next item, I would ask the Permanent Council if we can proceed with adopting the following Minutes, Acta 2420 from the special meeting of March 22nd, 2023. Acta 24-2022, regular meeting of March 29th, 2023. Acta 2429, regular meeting of May 17th, 2023. Acta 2439, regular meeting of July 19th, 2023. Before adopting them, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to weigh in? I'm going to give the floor to the Assistant Secretary General who has asked for the floor. And good afternoon. I just wanted to very briefly state in this last regular meeting of the Permanent Council for this year, I wanted to share with you the current status of the meeting minutes of the Permanent Council. 5 months ago, on July 14th, there were 192 lag in minutes, and as a team, we decided to go back to minutes from previous years, and we have gotten to 50. So there are 119 that we're still behind on, but we did meet our objective with 50 through efforts and by saving money. At the same time, we have held 19 meetings of the Permanent Council. Of those, we have 14 sets of minutes prepared. So we are not adding to the backlog. We also have some from the General Assembly and the 58th special meeting of the General Assembly. So I wanted to share the status. I wanted to let you know that we continue to work on this. I'm very optimistic that we are going to be able to get up to date and rid ourselves of this backlog. Thank you very much, Madam Assistant Secretary General, and for bringing us up to date on the status of the meeting minutes. We're now moving on to item 12, farewell to Ambassador José Luis Sardón, Permanent Representative Peru. And today we bid farewell to our colleague who has been the permanent representative of Peru to this organization since April 2024. And during his time here, he shared his experience in public law and has a distinguished career in multilateral affairs. His prudence, ability to dialogue was key to the proper functioning of the Council and cooperation among the member states. He has represented the interests of his country and has contributed to the strengthening of multilateralism and the advancement of objectives that we have as an organization. We appreciate his contributions. He has enriched our deliberations and cooperation amongst states. We express our sincere appreciation to you for your service and wish you every success in your future professional and personal endeavors. I now offer the floor to the coordinators of the regional groups and other delegations who wish to take the floor. Ecuador. And thank you very much. Ecuador has the honor to speak on behalf of Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Paraguay, Uruguay, and on our own behalf, the members of the Group of 10, our most sincere recognition to Ambassador José Luis Sardón, who was the permanent representative of Peru to the Organization of American States. Ambassador Sardón has demonstrated, as you stated, a firm commitment to the principles of this organization and his deep knowledge about international law, constitutional law, which were key to multilateral dialogue. His broad experience includes 8 years as a justice on Peru's constitutional court and defended the constitutional rule of law. We recognize the contributions he brought to this organization, promoting frank dialogue on the principles that guide our work in terms of human rights, multidimensional security, etc. We wanted to highlight the way he represented his country with dignity, prudence, and professionalism. He reflected the values that Peru has historically shown here. His academic vocation, having taught at prestigious universities, were also reflected in our discussions and were founded in critical thinking and analysis. Invited us to consider our work. We once again thank him for his contributions to multidimensional strengthening and advancing the priorities of our countries. Dialogue and coordinating of efforts in the face of shared challenges have left their mark on us. We had the privilege to work with him. We know his solid professional career as well as the trust that we were able to place in him. We wish you the best in your future personal and professional endeavors. Thank you very much, Ecuador. Canada.
On behalf of Canada, we would like to extend our warmest best wishes to Ambassador Sardon as he concludes his distinguished service as Ambassador of Peru to the OAS. Amongst Canada's partners, Peru stands out not only as a friend, but as an ally and a trusted partner. Under Ambassador Sardon's leadership, Peru has consistently demonstrated a strong commitment to working collaboratively with Canada and other member states to advance our shared priorities, particularly on advancing efforts for the restoration of democracy in Venezuela and in promoting budget discipline, transparency, and sound financial management. They have been instrumental in promoting pragmatic solutions that strengthen the organization's institutional resilience and effectiveness. As Ambassador Sardon completes his tenure, we offer our best wishes for his future endeavors. Canada looks forward to continuing our close partnership with Peru to advance common objectives from budgetary sustainability and institutional strengthening to addressing the future of AI, rising global temperatures, global migration, and hybrid threats to international security, building on the solid foundations laid during the ambassador's time. Forgive me. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Canada. Argentina. And thank you very much, Chair. I'm going to read a message from the permanent representative of Argentina, who unfortunately had to take leave. I wanted to join in the words expressed by the group of 10. The delegation of Argentina would also, whenever we have the opportunity, we wanted to praise the ambassador's term and Ambassador Sardon and his fraternal relationship with Argentina. The support of the ambassador to this organization through his legal expertise enriched our debates and led to solid and creative solutions in many cases, and showed his commitment to the inter-American system. Our delegation wishes Ambassador Sardon the best of success. He will always be a benchmark for us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Argentina. Panama. And thank you very much, Chair, esteemed colleagues, esteemed Ambassador Sardon, and your wife, Sandra, who is joining you here today, who's here alongside his beautiful family. I have the honor to speak on behalf of Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Panama, and the Dominican Republic. And we wanted to deserved recognition for Ambassador Sardon, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Peru to the Organization of American States, who discharged his efforts starting in April of 2024. Throughout his time here, Ambassador Sardon stood out for his serious and substantive work in the Permanent Council and in the different deliberative bodies of this organization. His presence was marked by the consistency of his interventions, respect for the plurality of visions, and vocation to strengthen dialogue as a fundamental tool of multilateralism at a time when we are faced in the region with complex challenges. We saw his profound understanding of the importance of inter-American institutions and the need to preserve this forum as one for cooperation and understanding among the member states. From this standpoint, he was able to very prudently and with a sense of shared responsibility for our delegations has been very valuable to have his input during his term here. We all appreciate how respectful he was and his willingness to engage frankly, and his willingness to always build bridges and contribute to the strengthening of relations amongst our missions and the proper functioning of this organization. Ambassador Sardon, dear friend, and as your time here comes to an end, we express our sincere thanks for your dedication and professionalism and the way you represented the Republic of Peru at this hemispheric forum. We wish you the greatest success in your future endeavors, with the certainty that you will continue to make contributions to the strengthening of law and democracy. And we share with you our greatest esteem. Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador. Dominican Republic. Thank you very much, Chair. And I wanted to add the specific words of the Dominican Republic to the words of praise for our friend and colleague, Ambassador Sardon, for his distinguished leadership of his mission. On behalf of the delegation of the Dominican Republic, we express our recognition of the work he did to strengthen multilateral dialogue. Throughout his time here, Ambassador showed a constant commitment to the principles that underpin this organization, as well as clear willingness to cooperate and show solidarity. He was marked by his substantive and reflective intervention, always geared toward building understanding through intellectual rigor and to contribute to the deliberations of the Permanent Council. And likewise, his willingness to engage in respectful and substantive dialogue helped to create a work atmosphere that was marked by cordiality, trust, and respect amongst the delegations. The Dominican Republic especially values that spirit of collaboration and the openness Ambassador Sardon showed in the sharing of ideas and in promoting initiatives to strengthen hemispheric cooperation, always in line with democratic values. We will always remember you with esteem and value you. Because we had the privilege of sharing this multilateral space with you. As we bid you farewell, Ambassador Sardon, we wish you the best of luck in your new responsibilities, which we know you will take on with the professionalism that have characterized your time here. Your leadership, you will continue to contribute to your country. And we share our consideration and wish you the greatest success at a both personal and professional level. In the Dominican Republic wishes to thank you and wish you success in this new phase of your life, accompanied by your family. Thank you, Ambassador. The United States is recognized.
Chair, the United States extends its sincere appreciation and best wishes to Ambassador Jose Luis Sardon as he concludes his service as Permanent Representative Peru to the Organization of American States. Ambassador Sardon has engaged this council with seriousness, intellectual rigor, and a clear commitment to constitutional governance and democratic institutions, drawing on his distinguished background as a jurist and public law scholar. We also recognize his contributions to the OAS's democracy architecture, including his leadership as Vice Chair of the Voluntary Group for the Follow-up of the Inter-American Democratic Charter. The United States values its partnership with Peru, anchored in shared democratic principles, strong economic ties, and cooperation on regional security, crime, and stability. As Peru's own history reminds us, Its national project is rooted in liberty and self-determination. In the words proclaimed at Peru's founding, "From this moment forward, Peru is free and independent." As Ambassador Sardón transitions from his role at the OAS, we thank him for his service and extend our warm regards to him and to the permanent mission of Peru. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. And now Jamaica has the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Distinguished permanent representatives, alternates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The delegation of Jamaica joins in bidding a fond farewell to our esteemed colleague, His Excellency Jose Luis Sardón, as he concludes his distinguished tour of duty as a permanent representative of Peru to this organization. Since his appointment, Ambassador Sardón has been a steadfast voice for democratic principles and the rule of law within the chamber. His extensive background as a jurist and former magistrate of the Constitutional Court of Peru has brought a profound depth of legal expertise to our deliberations, particularly during moments when the defense of the Inter-American Democratic Charter required both clarity and conviction. For Jamaica, the spirit of collaboration is the bedrock of our success at the OAS. We have truly valued Ambassador Sardón's professional and collegial approach to the complex challenges facing our hemisphere, from strengthening the multilateral, multinational security to fostering inclusive economic growth. Peru and Jamaica share deep commitment to the multilateral system, and under his leadership, the mission of Peru has remained a vital partner in ensuring that the concerns of all member states, regardless of size, are heard. Ambassador Sardón, your tenure may have been a chapter in a long and storied career, but the impact of your contributions to the Permanent Council will be remembered. We thank you for your friendship, your insightful contributions, and your unwavering dedication to the Inter-American system. As you embark on your next professional endeavor, the delegation of Jamaica wishes you, your family, and members of your mission continued success, health, and prosperity. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Muchas gracias, Jamaica.
Thank you, Jamaica. The Holy See. Thank you very much, Chair. On behalf of the delegations of Spain, Italy, France, and the Holy See, I wanted to take the floor and to add our voice to those of the member states as we bid farewell to the esteemed Jose Luis Sardón, permanent representative of Peru to the OAS. His tenure here at the House of the Americas has been very valuable. We have been able to continuously appreciate how solid his legal knowledge is, his understanding of the inter-American system, his broad cultural knowledge, his professionalism, qualities that have left an imprint on the deliberations here at the heart of this organization. We would also like to express our sincere thanks for his spirit of collaboration and the way he approached the observer missions, always being kind and affable. We wish you the best of success in this next stage of your life, in the responsibilities and endeavors you choose to pursue. And I would also like to extend our greetings to your wife and your family who are here. And thank you. And finally, Peru. Mr. Chairman, I would like to thank you for including this very cordial farewell in the agenda. I have taken to heart the cordial word spirit. And as permanent representative of Peru before the OAS, I began April 1st, 2024, so have been here nearly 2 years. However, this is my second time here at the OAS. Back in 1990, I was here as a legal intern. And as I did postgraduate studies here in Washington, D.C., I never thought that 34 years later, my life would bring me back to the OAS and with the honor of representing my country. And this was the yearning of the Americas for development based on geography and shared values, democracy, rule of law, and human rights. Evidently, we continue with that yearning, and there is still much to be done. The OAS can and should continue to be a forum in which the peoples of the Americas share experiences, identify best government practices, and support each member state as they take the path toward development. We know there is not a single right answer to solve every problem. This is a noble pursuit that must be backed. I am not a career diplomat. I was appointed ambassador because I'm a former magistrate of the Constitutional Court, as we sought to restore legal order in Peru after the attempted coup by former President Pedro Castillo. The only way Peru was able to not fall into totalitarianism was thanks to the institutions that were able to repel this coup. In the Congress, the Constitutional Court, the National Police, and our armed forces all played a role. This attempted coup was not coordinated with them, but rather with subversives who tried to unleash a wave of violence, having suffered terrorist attacks in the 1980s and 90s. We Peruvians know how to defend ourselves with the law in hand and the Constitution. We will never be traitors to our democratic dream. The national response would not have been enough without the response of the international community. The overwhelming majority of the Americas supported the restoration of democracy in Peru without trying to be persuaded by subversive elements. And I thank my colleagues for your support of Peru and for reaffirming the principles and values that give meaning to this organization. It has been my privilege to share long work days as we sought consensus to improve lives of our peoples. You can always count on Peru for this. I would also like to thank the staff of Peru's permanent mission who have discharged their diplomatic work with honor. They have honored the memories of Javier Pérez de Cuellar and other important members of the International Diplomatic Corps. I would also like to thank my family, my children, Sebastián, Joaquín, and Ignacio, and my wife, Sandra. Sandra knows that love is the sun and other stars. I would never have been able to do what I did without her support. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Ambassador Sardón. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors alongside your wife, Sandra, if I heard correctly, and your children. Okay, we will now move on to item 13, other business. We have concluded with today's order of business. I would now like to offer the floor to delegations wishing to raise other matters of a strictly informative nature in pursuant to Rule 45C of the Rules of Procedure. Here. And then, thank you. I am pleased to say that by the decree of the President, and that De Silva sent to Congress the formal text of the Inter-American Convention Against All Forms of Intolerance so that it can be deliberated in the legislature, which is the first step towards ratification of the document that was signed in 2013. And we're hoping to get that done very soon in the future. And congratulations on taking that first step, Brazil. Chile. Thank you very much, Chair. The delegation of Chile would like to inform the Permanent Council that in December 14th, we held presidential elections. Jose Antonio Cast was elected. The elections took place. There were and citizen participation exceeded 84% of registered voters. The National Electoral Service, ISERVEL, and it is a recognized organization. In less than 2 hours, it was able to close the polls, and this shows the strength and the trustworthiness of our democratic institution. On the very same day, the candidate who was not elected conceded and wished her opponent success. Gabriel Boric, the current president, spoke by phone with the president-elect to congratulate him and to begin the process of transition. That meeting took place on December 15th at the Palacio de la Moneda, where they addressed matters having to do with the situation of the country, the current legislative agenda, and the steps toward a peaceful transfer of power in next March. Thank you very much. If there are no further requests for the floor, as we wrap up this last meeting and the end of my time as chair, I wanted to express my thanks to all of you for your commitment, your support. And it was an honor for Chile to chair this council, and this was one of the main reasons that Gabriel Boric entrusted me with this great task of representing my country. For the same reason, since my appointment, even before arriving at headquarters, I worked with the mission to carry out this task in the best way possible. This meant that over the past 3 months, you and us, all of those of us here, have worked together addressing different and ongoing challenges in the hemisphere, which continue to challenge us as an organization. As chair, I'm sought to contribute to a work plan, fluid dialogue in keeping with the principles of transparency and participation, providing equanimity and efficiency to each decision in order to promote respectful and effective exchange amongst the states that make up this organization. I thank each permanent representative, observer missions, and delegates, and of course, the team of the Assistant Secretary General, who is in charge of the Council, as well as the Secretary General and his cabinet for allowing us to fulfill this mission without a hitch. And finally, I would like to thank the team of Chile's mission to the organization for their support, guidance, and dedicated efforts, particularly Rodrigo Dominguez, a colleague for more than 4 years in the organization, whose diplomatic experience and personal dedication have enabled me to discharge my functions with ease and confidence. I also extend my congratulations and best wishes to Luis Ernesto Vargas, who is not here, unfortunately, permanent representative of Colombia, who will take over as chair of the Permanent Council as of January 1st with the support of the delegation of Chile, as well as personally as the next vice chair. Unless something unexpected happens, I wish you all a very happy holiday season, and may 2026 bring us renewed hope, prosperity, and peace. Particularly peace, which we need so much. There being no further business to consider, and thanking all delegations for your participation, the meeting is hereby adjourned.